Alec, I love you. Would you be my Mrs. World and make me the happiest man alive? Oh, Juice World, I love you too. I love that. It would be an awful shame if I tore your heart from your chest and stomped on it. Rah! No, Allie, why? I love you, and you told me put my heart in the bag and no one will get hurt. No, I'm running from your love, but I'm not fast.
What the fuck is up, losers? Today we're going to be exploring the presence of evil succubi in the rock world. Because recently I was doing a ton of shit fucking research, going down the YouTube rabbit hole of Juice World and Ali Lottie, and it really got me thinking how incredibly similar the story of Juice WRLD and Ali Lottie was to the story of Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love, and that inspired me to make this hella epic and fucking hella dope video for you, my boo. Behind every sad song is a woman or man, but not just any woman or man. No, sir, it's a woman or man who latches on to rising stars, cementing their name in history books right next to their darling love interest. Now, succubi are kind of like the traditional groupie, but considerably more parasitic and extreme. Like a way more super evolved version, kind of like Exodia and the heart of his cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! Ball Z. Am I right, fellow gamers? They evolve to the point where they no longer just sleep their way to the top in exchange for monetary gain and clout. No, my friends, this more evolved version of the groupie instead gets their tentacles suctioned on, and they don't let go. Never, ever. And this isn't just anecdotal. No, sir, this is a fucking extremely scientific study that I've done. There are numerous cases referencing this, but I want to mostly just stick to Juice WRLD and Kurt Cobain because those are the ones that I feel like I know the most about. But if y'all want, we can do a two-part. Just fucking let me know. Let me down below. All right, so here's the timeline. Juice WRLD starts to blow up, meets Ali, a girl that's several years older than him, who is well known online for dating like high-profile rappers and other famous people. He starts getting a little bit of traction, and she slides into his DMs, and man, I'm not downing on her or people like that. Real recognize real, you know what I'm saying? I'd sleep with a rapper to get to the top too. Who am I to judge? If I could. Any rappers who are out there looking to, get a succubi on their side, I'm your guy. She slides into your boy's DMs. He falls head over heels for her. And long story short, she breaks his heart. Not once, but like 4 fucking times. Because every time he breaks free, she lured him right back in with her siren song. Now, I'm not a hater, dude. I can assure you of that. How could I hate? Every time she broke his heart, he made some fucking sick tracks. And that's, well, I'm not going to say that's good, but at the very least, it's like definitely benefited us as the audience. I'm kind of a glass half full kind of guy. You know what I mean? And I'm sure we've all seen her live streams where she's talking shit about him and all the other simp rappers she banged. So she doesn't exactly garner a lot of sympathy from the public. But again, who am I to judge? I've broken many rappers' hearts myself. Don't ask. Now, how does Kurt Cobain pertain to this story? Well, you see, it's almost identical in every fucking way, dude. He met Courtney Love at some bar. Well, at that point, she was sleeping with Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. And when she saw the beautiful little guy, she put her succubus claws out and just latched on. And again, it would be hypocritical of me to complain or anything because he created some of the greatest depression songs ever known to man. So aspiring artists, maybe that's a little secret you could try. Maybe try and get yourself snared by a succubus of some sort and make the dopest depression songs of all time, like Juice or Kurt Cobain, and boom, instant legend status. Is it worth it, though? That's not for me to decide. That is up to you. Tell me below if you think getting snared by a succubus is worth fame and fortune, which probably won't last more than a few years because, anecdotal evidence leads us to believe that it probably won't last more than 2 or 3. Now, Juice and Ellie were together from 2018 to 2019, a little over 1 year, and I'm pretty sure they were fucking around before that, too. There's been some reports that she latched onto him before he was even 18, but I have no idea if that's true, and I'm not here to accuse anybody of anything, especially when I have no way of verifying it. Courtney and Kurt, on the other hand, were together for about 2 years as well, maybe closer to 3. And during that tumultuous time, Kurt overdosed several times, as did Juice. There's really no record of how many, and to be honest, why would there be? Most public figures aren't going to go like advertising that to anybody, but there are at least 2 major ones on record that he was hospitalized for, followed by an untimely demise, as we all know, R.I.P. But this isn't really about Kurt and Juice. This is about the succubi. The succubuses? Succubussies? You see, a week after Kurt Cobain died, Courtney was witnessed at Billy Corgan's house from Smashing Pumpkins. Seems like she had to immediately satiate her hunger for man blood. She can't survive without the blood of a famous man. Now, lucky for Billy, they didn't really last that long. They slept around for just a little bit before he kicked her to the curb, at which point she tried to get in with Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails, then Marilyn Manson, who toured with her, and after that, she seemed to sink into her own little fucking weird pit of despair. You see, if a succubus cannot feed, they lose their power over time. And after Juice's death, Allie did a lot of the same things too. She had a lot of very public breakdowns, just like Courtney Love. She ended up with some trust fund kid who she gave Juice's Rolex collection to, which is similar to Courtney, except Kurt didn't really have a Rolex collection. He had cardigans and guitars. The story has so many similarities that it's honestly kind of weird. I remember some articles online saying Juice was the Kurt Cobain of his generation, which at the time I thought really nothing of and thought it was kind of like classless at the very least. But once I started reading a little further into it, I was really surprised at how similar the two really were. Again, I'm not trying to pass judgment. I don't care what consenting adults do or who they sleep with or how many blah blah blah. What I care about is when you're a toxic influencer. And that's kind of the main point of this video. It seems there's a trend of toxic losers who latch onto famous people. And I know it's not only famous people. It happens to normal people as well. But if I made a video about my neighbor Rebecca who had a deadbeat husband, nobody would care to watch that video. So here we go. Juice and Kurt. The same story is true for countless others as well. Sid Vicious of the Sex Pistols and Nancy Spungen, for instance, are another really high-profile version of the same story. It just kind of ended differently. And if you think it's only women, you'd be very mistaken, my friend. You remember Kevin Federline and Britney Spears? Yeah, kind of the same story, but at the very least, Britney escaped with her life. The same cannot be said for a lot of the others. So what the fuck is the deal? Are succubi real? Are they mystical beings with magical private bits? Probably not. It's probably all just a combination of severe greed combined with personality disorders like narcissism and sociopathy. That seems to be the logical conclusion. And I'd be happy to explore this more. Maybe I can interview Allie, Lottie, or Courtney Love. So if you're watching right now, call me. Maybe I can give them like a lie detector test and see if they admit to being succubi. They wouldn't. But maybe they could. But then again, wouldn't a succubi know how to cheat the test and just, pass it? No, they wouldn't be able to raise their heart rate. They just fucking play right through it and shit. So I don't even know if that'd work. No matter what, they could not disprove it because my conspiracy theoritorial brain will just keep going in the same direction no matter what. Maybe it's all just a misunderstanding too. Maybe I'm just a dick who's picking on people I know nothing of. That's always possible. Either way, I've always thought it was kind of strange, the similarities between Juice and Kurt. Both were phenomenal artists, cut down in their prime. Both suffered from addiction. Both were in toxic relationships. Both changed the face of music forever. Both wrote a shitload of hit songs. Maybe, just maybe, Kurt Cobain reincarnated into Juice WRLD. I don't know. That's probably as good a possibility as the existence of mythical temptresses. So anyway, let me know what you think below. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'm Whitey Wish from Young Death, signing off.